Game number 2. In the lower left-hand corner of the map, he's been a Korean slayer so far. It's iaguz from Root Gaming. It's pronounced iaguz. Okay. You know, it's one of them names where it's one of them names where you just don't get it right? And I'm kind of embarrassed because I remember actually watching WCS Oceana and thinking, oh, that's how you say his name. Yeah, I don't remember. Is it actually iaguz? So yeah, I still kind of say iaguz, right? I guess I'm saying iaguz more. Iaguz. Right, we're going to go with iaguz. We're going to try that. We're going to try and stick with it. So, straight away here, barracks and gas for iaguz. Looking as though he might very well heading towards a Reaper. I think it's that sort of time. So there could be that. As on the other side of the map, we have a gas first on the way for Heart. So he's going to be able to start a very fast factory here, and he's going to get aggressive from the get-go. And yeah, so he's just going to be that's going to be happening here very soon. So expecting to see a factory come down pretty much as soon as this barracks finishes up then. So there's that Reaper from iaguz, and he's going to be able to send that across the map and get a little bit of scouting information early on here. Should just be the single Reaper. 2 Reapers don't really do too much in TVT, and you know, if your opponent opens with, say, a Hellion or something, then, which is probably what Heart's going to open with, then, you know, you find yourself basically just throwing Reapers into the meat grinder, right? So yeah, Reaper on the way across, and there's that reactor coming down, pretty much as we'd expect. Probably expect to see a factory come down next as well. As Heart's actually going to go for his own Reaper, so Gas First Reaper is pretty cool as well. I mean, it's basically just a way to allow you to scout while still getting a quick factory. He's getting a second gas as well right now, so really going to be looking to just commit to one base for a little while here, whereas, I mean, iaguz's build is, you know, suggestive of an earlier command center because he's just on a single gas. It's just the Reaper to open up with. You know, it's just pretty much expected that you'd see that command center coming down. Factory on the way now as well, and you know, again, reactor finishes up here, so he's going to be able to get a couple of Marines out. And Reaper falls back. I'm not sure. I mean, he saw the fact, you know, he knows it's gas first. I'm not sure if he saw the other Reaper, and he'll see it right now, and he will actually get the first shot on the tower there. And this is going to be kind of cool, but he's not going to be able to kill it, I don't think, because there is a Marine coming across as well for Heart. And Heart shouldn't be able to do too much. There's a Hellion also coming across here. So already putting on a little bit of aggression with this gas first build, just pushing this initial Reaper back. And a couple of Marines here. I don't really feel as though they need to back up into the main base. I feel as though he's going to lose his SCV here for no real reason. I mean, you know, a Hellion can do a fair amount of damage. I feel as though more Marines coming down. I guess it's one of those things where it's one of them things where it looks as though 2 Marines and a Reaper could probably turn this around. But iaguz has probably been in this situation more times than me, and he probably knows. You know, that's probably where my, you know, where if I'm playing this game, I probably lose the game right now because I just walk out and engage it with a Reaper and 2 Marines. So, iaguz, he will get this command center finished. Orbital on the way. It's not too much of an issue that it gets delayed for a little while here because Heart is just on one base, and he is going straight into a tech lab onto his factory as well. With Cloak Banshees on the way, I mean, this is just looking as though with a factory, even with a command center coming down, it looks as though he wants to build up in towards just a very strong push across the map very soon. You know, with a bunch of Marines, a couple of tanks, he'll have air control in the form of Banshees. And yeah, I mean, he can add on Vikings as well afterwards, or Raven. It's just going to be a second Banshee for now, and that's going to start heading across the map here. iaguz has a turret on the way up in his mineral line. He's got one coming up on his production line, and if he's got one coming up on his natural as well, yes he does, he's going to be pretty much covered. So these Cloaked Banshees shouldn't do too much. And this counter drop could do a fair amount as well. So both players getting aggressive here, and again, if this sword finishes in time, which it should do, he should be able to defend this pretty much okay, and he shouldn't take too much damage from this. Single Marine loss so far, and this is pretty nice, as a Viking on the way out for him as well. So he's actually going to start establishing his own air control. He's going to be able to establish a tank count as well, and with that, he's going to be set up into a very nice defensive position here. So there's not really much Heart's going to be. I don't think there's much Heart will achieve by moving across the map. He is going to start reactoring out Vikings here, so really will, you know, say, hey, air control is very important, and I want to take control of this. As this drop comes in, he's going to see what he's going to get. So he's going to move a mine forwards here. These Marines dropping off as well, and that mine will begin to burrow. And he will just lift up here. What's the mine going to go off on? It's in range, right? Oh, it just goes off on the SCVs. It could have gone off in the army and killed off a few Marines. That would have been pretty nice. He forces a scan, which, I mean, considering he didn't lose anything else, maybe a single Marine or something, considering he didn't lose anything else, I think forcing a scan for a mine is pretty okay. I mean, as the game goes on in TVT, mines aren't going to be the most useful of units. This Banshee has picked up 3 kills in total. Mostly just Marines then, but so nothing too substantial here. As drop comes back in, and he will actually lose this medevac now to the Vikings. But he kills 4 workers, so iaguz has taken a pretty nice lead in this game. 9 workers up at this point. And we're going to see a little bit of a move across the map here from Hart, which I don't think is surprising. I mean, he's got the air control of the Vikings, and what I would like to see is iaguz just add on a single turret here, because I know he's got Vikings out, but that Banshee, if it can just move forwards with the cloak and start picking away at tanks, just a couple of shots even, is going to really help give him position. I love this from iaguz. Look at the way he's positioned his tanks so they cover the front, but not just the front, also this very abusive positioning in the back of Overgrowth, where he can siege up the mineral line. His attacks moving forwards now. Again, 2 Banshees is the scary thing here, I think. There's a bunker as well, though. I think as long as iaguz is saving scans, he should be okay, because he should be able to turn the Banshees around. That being said, though, I mean, still not going to be easy. And I mean, here we go. His tank's already taken some shots, and the Viking goes down as well. And iaguz is already in quite a lot of trouble, and he's being pushed back. And there we go. The position is given to Hart. And well, I mean, I definitely liked what he was trying to do here. No, he loses the next tank as well to the tanks. I liked what he was trying to do. He's trying to cover this side, but you really need something to cover those tanks. And with the air control, Hart has just been able to do this, get rid of this no problem. And iaguz is in a lot of trouble right now. He's struggling to keep his tanks alive. Even this Toronto turret comes down and gets a couple of shots off before it falls. And well, iaguz will fall a bit further back, and well, Hart will just slowly leapfrog forwards here. And a little bit supply blocked for a moment or two. But iaguz was floating a lot of money just recently as well, so I mean both players are having slight mistakes in the macro, but I mean at this point in time, Hart is in such a fab position. Look at this, he's sieged up here. He's actually going to start targeting down this next tank. Raven's going to fall to the Vikings perhaps. The Banshees are just about not able actually to take down that single tank there, and the SCVs will now get repairing on this orbital command as well. A couple of Vikings do pop out. And the Viking count is definitely damaged here for our Korean Terran, and I feel as though the first shot went on a Banshee, which should have maybe gone on a Viking instead. And still SCV is repairing, and he's going to have to really repair this command center. He does not want to lose this here. Back at home, Hart has got his orbital command at the natural mining as well. He's actually about he's still about 6 workers behind here, so I mean, at the same time, he's still doing good damage as these tanks, they're unsure as to where they really want to go right now. And actually, Marines are just going to start moving forwards because the tank's on siege. And, you know, if the tank's on siege, you can do damage like this. And actually, Hart already has stim. He's going to take down the first tank. And taking down the first tank already means that, well, the defenses for iaguz are really starting to wither here. Tank sieges, and that means they're just going to get out. A lot of them going down, but damage done. 9 workers killed, and that will actually still not put Hart into a supply lead, into a worker lead, sorry. He is holding a pretty significant supply lead right now. He will take, iaguz will take air control back. But, okay, he actually will force this away. You know what? If he actually forces this away, he is still in a worker lead. But his stim is very delayed. He's going to be slow on combat shields and +1 as well. Now Hart's going to get into this abusive positioning. This time there's not really... And you know what? These Vikings can just land on top of these tanks, right? You know, none of these tanks can cover for each other, I don't think. I'm pretty sure these Vikings can land on top of these. Unsieging one of them. And moving it back just a little bit. In fact, just going to unsiege all of them. And move away here, perhaps. I think, you know, he doesn't want to lose these tanks. I mean, 3 tanks is a pretty significant amount of your army. At any stage of the game. There's, iaguz just moving a little bit too far forwards there. As double drop is loaded up for Hart. So as he's forcing a lot of attention over towards this, over towards this third with these few tanks, he's just going to try and drop straight into the main base as well, split the attention of iaguz. I mean, he holds map control. He's been across the map all game long, so he's been pressuring, and right now he's got the map control to just freely come across here. But oh wow, iaguz with the game sense, man. Look at this, Vikings positioned, and he's going to be able to turn around these medevacs very, very quickly, and he's actually going to run right into them. He's actually going to, he's pulling away, but he's still going to find them, and he will be able to maybe kill one of these. So it's close. He actually loses one straight away. One of them will begin to unload. A siege tank perhaps needs to siege up. Okay, he's not going to siege these Marines. I mean, they're so strong with +1 combat shields and stim all finished. He's actually going to be able to still pick off a few workers here, but nowhere near the amount of damage I originally thought it was going to do when he picked up back at home. So, still got these 3 tanks alive over here. I mean, the thing is, iaguz has lost so much army early on. He can't really afford to run anything into 3 tanks right now. So, he can't really afford to clean this up just yet. As these tanks are going to move forward once again. I imagine just a scan and a few more workers will go down. And it would be detrimental if he loses these mules, because he is losing the mules. Ooh, not nice, as he's going to move to the middle of the map, and Hart's just going to catch iaguz completely out of position here. He's going to lose that first tank in the front. I mean, the Vikings will begin to fall, and there's just so much for Hart. He keeps moving forward, he targets down the next tank, and, well, GG is called. It's a fairly simple game number 2 from Hart, and with that, he will even up the series here for Axiom Acer.